Welcome to the Abundant Accountant Podcast. This is where accounting professionals just like you come to learn the most efficient and powerful ways to grow their firm, sharpen their sales skills, and have consistent increasing revenue. We cover topics from sales, networking, handling objections, negotiation, pricing, finding those ideal clients, and how to get rid of the ones that just don't suit you and how to set those boundaries so you can stop giving away your time, working for free, putting yourself on sale, and really start to get paid for the value and the worth that you bring to your clients. You'll learn tips, strategies, as well as hear others from personal interviews from successful accounting professionals. This podcast will show you exactly how to create the firm and life of your dreams full of abundance. Welcome to the Abundant Accountant Podcast. Today we have a very special guest. Our special guest is a CPA in Southern California, is also a client of the Abundant Accountant, is a seasoned financial expert specializing in tax, financial, and exit planning, with over 30 years of experience serving affluent families, business owners, and executive. His practice also focuses on high-end tax, estate planning, and succession planning, and he holds multiple designations such as CPA, CTC, and many more. Starting out as a cost accountant, he rose to business valuations, forensic accounting, tax planning, founding Focus CPA Group in 1993, which specializes now in year-end tax and financial planning. His expertise has helped businesses in various industries uncover significant tax savings and resolve complex IRS issues, earning him Certified Tax Planner of the Year award in 2017. But before we welcome our special guest to the show, if you're an accounting, tax, or bookkeeping firm owner and you want to stop trading time for dollars, let go of overly demanding clients, and get paid based on your value and worth while still massively boosting your revenue, here's what I have for you. Here at The Abundant Accountant, we show you the system to fill your firm with ideal clients who value your time so you can catapult your firm to the next level and work the hours you want to work while still having plenty of free time each week for yourself and your family. Not only that, I'm also going to show you how to do all of this in a way that feels simple, effortless, and automatic. If you want me to show you exactly how to do this, go to theabundantcall.com and book your call with me and my team right now. Once again, that's theabundantcall.com. Now let's welcome our special guest, Amit, to the show. Welcome, Amit, to the show.
Hi, Michelle. How are you doing? I'm glad to be here.
Thank you so much for taking out the time to be here to share your experience of what it's like being a part of the Abundant Accountant family. Before we dive in, though, Amit, I've already done your intro, but could you share with everyone where you're at in the country and what your firm specializes in?
Well, I'm located in California, basically Southern California, Los Angeles, greater Los Angeles area. My firm is SWOT Advisors, and we basically emphasize on tax, financial, and exit planning. Came in from traditional CPA practice to focus on completely tax and financial planning.
Wonderful. And before joining the Abundant Accountant, whenever you did, I don't remember even how long it's been, how were you feeling about your firm at that time?
Well, let's put it this way. Before joining Abundant Accountant, I was like a traditional CPA trying to figure out where I'm going. Let's say I was like a bunch of fish in the ocean with no direction, no idea where to go, and how to build, how to get out of the ARs, how to get out of get the clients to build, what is the reasonable price to build. Basically, it was a typical CPA practice, kind of that was what was ingrained into us from over that period of time since I've been practicing.
Yeah.
And that's where I've been. And to have a bearing, or it was like a ship without a rudder.
Yeah. A ship without a rudder is a really good visual. You're just like floating in the ocean, not knowing how far out it's going to take you.
True. And abundant accountant was the lighthouse that brought me back into the fold.
Wonderful. Well, let's dive in a little bit deeper into that lighthouse. Can you share maybe that moment when you felt like your rotors were out and you were drifting really far away? When you decided to do something about making some changes in your firm to figure out your pricing, to not be a traditional CPA firm. What was that moment where you realized that the rotors are out and you're just floating and you needed that lighthouse to help?
As all CPAs, I think the biggest issue is we do not give value to what we are and who we are after spending hundreds and thousands of dollars of training, experience, college, university, everything, taking a license. We're still trying to compete with everybody else, and specifically the block, the liberty taxes of the places. And we don't tend to grow and express our values. The confidence level wasn't there as
Mm-hmm.
that, hey, I can command this high incomes, I can do this. And that's basically where I was among the all the fishes.
Oh my God. And how did you feel out there amongst all the fishes? What were those feelings that you had when you knew that there was so much more, but you said, I need to find that lighthouse for some help?
As a typical CPA practice, we again is our value when our saleable value of the practice is not there. If I
Mm-hmm.
have to exit my practice tomorrow, if I was still in that pool, I would have to exit at 1:1 ratio EBITDA, not
Mm-hmm.
or maybe a fraction above or below, but not much. There was no command, no nothing, and you were just doing the traditional and doing uh, continuing ongoing the same way,
Mm-hmm.
status quo. And you never know when a big fish would be coming or a whale would be coming from another side and will be dominating your market. You would be literally lost in it. And
Yeah.
we and the competition could knock me out any day.
Yeah.
And my uh, competition would basically say, "That's it," and I have to close shop or move out or retire or move away, like a lot of CPAs are planning with a
Yeah.
lot of the changes and everything. They're closing shop these
They just
days.
want to quit, give up.
Yeah, exactly.
So, what have been some of the lessons learned since you've joined the Abundant Accountant, did the 8 week sales mastery training, are in our coaching program and online ongoing mastermind program? What are some of those lessons that you've learned to that you found your lighthouse, but share with the other firm owners listening what you've learned and how it could shift for them too.
I got to give hats off to you completely, and you're building the abundant accountant out there, which kind of helped me to get the confidence, be able to reach out, and basically after my AR, my one last AR is now over after a fire.
Yay! That's awesome.
So I had
So
to
no
fire that.
AR.
No AR. I would not have fired that client if I was the traditional. I would have lingered on and on, maybe one day, but had the confidence to do it, got rid of that, and commanding higher income, higher fees. And I think have the confidence to tell client, look in the eyes and say, this is my value, and I can express that you take it or leave it, which was
Mm-hmm.
not there. And it makes a big difference. You brought a lot of difference to me from where it was before. The ship has come into the harbor now, and
Yeah, the ship is turned into a luxury yacht, it sounds like.
it sure has. It sure has. I've been commanding major fees and major incomes, and anybody can achieve it. And they just need to follow what you've been instructed in the 8 weeks that you are there. You have to follow it. I'm a
Right.
culprit that I didn't do all of that, but had I done all of everything, I would have been even much better. But just following what I
You're
did,
still in the works of it, Amit. You're still in
yes,
the
I
works
am.
of it.
I still am. I still got, I think the old habits die hard.
They do die hard, yeah. So you're on your beautiful yacht. You're no longer a fish swimming in the ocean. Your rotors are no longer dead. You've got the lighthouse guided you to shore on this yacht. How do you feel now in your firm? I know you shared confidence and you're charging premium fees. You're getting paid in advance. You have no more AR. You collected all the old AR. But if you had to share with someone who might be in that boat where they want to give up, or, they're in a job and the thought of starting their own firm sounds extremely daunting.
As a CPAIR practice, it is a job. You just have, if you just run the traditional practice, you've created yourself a job, which I've been telling my 7-Eleven clients and say, hey, that's no more. It's a job you're in. You're nothing more. You're just creating a job. But when coming in to the port, into the harbor, now on the yacht, I am way beyond that. I can command. I can see. I've become an entrepreneur now.
Mm,
That was not there. SWOT advisor is creation of entrepreneurship and being ready to build a one-stop office, family office structure to people, being able to think outside, way outside the box, knowing my capabilities, my abilities, and being able to get out and do what is needed to build the practice. And I've been commanding respect. Now I have gone to a stage. For example, I had a CPA who flew in from Philadelphia just last week in the
mm.
morning, only to leave in the evening. And I asked him, I didn't know that his purpose of that he probably had other things. I said, what's next? He said, I only flew in to shake your hand, Amit, the guru.
The
I,
guru, I love it.
I, I would not have achieved that. I was just one of the CPAs. Now
There,
I'm standing outside the crowd,
mm.
and I can. People are trying to land on the moon. I have landed.
Oh, I love that. Yeah. And like you said, you're an inspiration for other firm owners that it is possible for change. You know what I'm really curious about is before investing in the Abundant Accountant and the 8 week sales mastery course and the ongoing coaching and everything else, what were you most nervous about? What was that fear that came up?
Okay, to be honest, I was skeptical.
Well, let's dive deep into that because I think there's a lot of programs out there, there's a lot of coaches. So being skeptical, this is not the first time I've heard it, but let's dive deep into what were you skeptical about?
I was skeptical about, hey, you're one of the masses that we hear every time on Facebook or in LinkedIn, and everybody reaching out to you. I can name a few, which withhold here their names, but that was and that hey, it'll be one of those. I've seen you at the AICTP, and I've seen everything happening, held back. Attended your presentation at AICTP, saying, "Yeah, it sounds good. Heard good things," and that was my biggest fear. And then uh, even I held you in awe too at the same time. I said, she knows something. She knows what she's talking about. So finally had to dive in. I said, okay, I'm going to do it and see what it is, where it takes.
And when you heard it from other people, what are those things that made you feel, skeptic? Because I'm sure you've experienced this in your own firm where clients are skeptical about changing firm owners and going to a one-stop shop and doing tax planning and is this legal and is this not and all the other things that you hear from your clients. It's not any different. It's
I
not
think
any
it is,
different.
no, it is like being in a comfort zone, not
Mm.
being able to get out of there and saying, okay, I'm fine. I got to bring these changes. If I put this kind of time, effort, and money. Money is the least of the important, but the dollars of time spent into it,
Yes.
will I even achieve what I'm seeing out there? What I've been told? Will it be
Hmm.
possible? Is it me? Can I really do it? Because see, the price is of the program is not as much as the time itself that you have to devote to yourself. Am
Right.
I willing to commit that kind of time? Am I willing to do what I'm be able to do it? And I'm I should have actually kicked myself in my behind and say, hey, I needed to have started when I started long time ago.
Yeah. Well, the skepticism held you back. So, what would you tell another firm owner who's also skeptic or like you, this just sounds a little too good. I don't get it. Why why should I do this? I mean, I think a lot of firm owners can experience that, and especially for those that don't know me and find my ads on Facebook.
Yeah, I would tell them, don't do what I did. Go for it. You're not going to regret it. It's worth every penny. Plus the ROI that got out of it, you can get it, and it can make your transformation of your practice from where you are to where you want to be and beyond. If you believe in the stratosphere, reaching out in the stratosphere, you don't have to think about the big firms, the big four, or those. You can be that. And you don't really have to be the big company. You can be at the boutique firm
Yeah.
achieving that your dreams. You can achieve anything you want. You just have to have the will to do it and be able to do it, is where just a little will and Michelle will carry you from there.
Will and Michelle. That's great. Yeah. And, Amit, I know that you've done a lot of other programs, coaching. You're always working on yourself and bettering yourself. What did you like best about our 8 week sales mastery program? And what did you find that was different from other programs and other coaches that you've learned from and tried in the past?
Well, you were there. You were there all the way. You what you were giving, your projects, your things that you did, and our meetings, our talks, our interaction between the teams that other people came in, and you guiding every step of the way is what was the most important part. Others basically tell you, like, go read a book. Okay,
Hmm.
I'll read a book. But I didn't really learn anything out of it because I just went through reading a book like I went to college. I'd read so many books over there. How much do I remember out of it? Hardly
Not,
anything.
yeah, not
But
much.
but here is practical. This is the raise your price letters or firing letters and all those things, different things that we've been taught and things that I've learned from your program are just
Mm.
exceptional. Nobody does that.
Yeah, I like to say it, and maybe you can tell me from the firm owner's perspective, but I would say most accountants, bookkeepers, tax firm owners, they invest in a lot of information. That's like the how to do something. Here's a book to read, here's how to do it. Versus what I believe in what we do is transformation, that human support element that you were discussing. And I think with information only, you hit a roadblock without that kind of coaching and feedback, or it's just like you said, you read something and then you forget it and then you get caught up in your old stories. I think you mentioned that. Like, I should have done this a long time ago. But when we get sucked into our library of books and endless amounts of free webinars and countless emails from all, like you said, the gurus, it's the information without proper support doesn't lead to the transformational results that I feel that you received.
So basically, what it is, all all in all, everybody that is out there is like giving you volumes of book in the tax profession.
Mm-hmm.
We know the IRS gives us over $270,000 thousand pages of codes. How many of us delve into it? And how much do we recall or remember unless you do it? I'm going to bank on Sir Richard Branson's statement. He says, till you get your project and and you learn it on the job. It's kind of that way.
Mm-hmm.
learning on the job with your worksheets, your coaching, your things is learning on the job because I'm doing it, I'm
Yeah.
practicing it, I'm working it.
And you're having sales conversations every day on the job. You're talking to clients, you're answering emails, you're meeting clients. Anytime you're thinking of the thought to send a quote or a proposal, that should actually be a sales conversation. So you're always having this engagement and practice in your firm. So yeah, I love that learning on the job.
And there are other people that are attendees to the program that are coming in. You hear them, and they're being success, and we interact with one another. We get to hear one another, pictures, recordings, and everything. And you're the catalyst to get things moving. Really, you are the catalyst. It's a chemical reaction that doesn't happen without a catalyst. If anybody's a chemistry student, they probably wouldn't understand that. I was a chemistry student one, and I always needed a catalyst. And you were the catalyst.
Got it. Yeah, I didn't. That was not my strong suit in college. I didn't like that class, the elemental table. I was like, yeah, okay. I wanted to be a doctor, Amit. I'm glad I didn't go that direction. So
Then you and I probably were going the same direction because I did do my pre-med before I
yes,
became a business major.
me too. That's so funny.
So
No, well, thank you for sharing that. That helps me a lot. And I know it's helping others a lot, really be able to evaluate what's the best for them and their firm and growing. And if they're in a job, how to quit their job and really go all in on their firm the right way. What did you find as a result in your firm from enrolling in our program and our coaching and our ongoing? And if you have financial, you can share that too.
well, everybody wakes up in the morning and looks at the mirror, but they see their face, and that's it. But you were the mirror that I woke up
Mm.
to see where my practice was going, what I needed to do, the hard look that I need to do to analyze. You gave me that courage to see my practice, the direction I was, and where my dreams were, and what I needed to do. So you did that, and I've been making 6, 7 figures income now, and I've been commanding quite high uh, fees. Uh, my highest was $225,000 so far for a case.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I command quite a bit, and I have the courage to
Mm-hmm.
go and ask clients, taxpayers, by doing the plans and presenting to them what other CPAs haven't done. Can go through all the trainings in the world. We can go to AICTP, we can go to TMN, we can go to all the trainings in the world. But if you're not going to be able to put it in practice, you're not going to be able to do it.
Yeah, and
And
to
what you
sell it.
did, yeah, you brought that little missing link
Yeah,
that we need to be able to get the courage to sell it at a higher price
I
and
love
do
that,
things that
Amit.
we wanted.
Well, and yeah, and transformation is an act of courage. So kudos to you for willing to be open.
I would say kudos to you.
Yeah. Well, I was just here to hold your hand and walk you over that bridge of fear when some of the stuff I know you thought I was a little crazy, but you can be smart and you can know all the technical knowledge and you can learn how to do the tax plan. But if you can't have a client engage, sign your engagement letter, pay you upfront so you don't have AR, then you can't help the client and you won't get the results that they're looking for and that you're looking for. So,
You were not only guiding, you were the crutch that I needed to
mm,
get out. And then you took the crutch away too.
yes,
Uh,
we do. You definitely have
every
to be able to stand and
on your own. So
on your own.
you gave the crutch by coming in, and then you took the crutch away during your programs and training and talking. And that and now I could walk without a crutch. In real life, I do walk with a crutch,
I
but
know you do in real life.
and I you took that away so I could forget that crutch that I carry every day.
Mm. Oh,
And
I
now
love that.
I can do it, I know my capabilities, I can achieve. And like I said, I've landed on the moon and I'm jumping to the Mars now.
Now you're off to Mars. I was going to ask you what's next. So, what's next for Amit is going to Mars. Is there anything, Amit, that you'd like to add on to anything, why you would recommend our 8 week sales mastery course for an accounting, tax, or bookkeeping firm owner? Any other last words or things you'd like to add that maybe I didn't ask you, but you do feel compelled to share?
I would say anybody not taking advantage of this program, not getting out there, are going to leave dollars on the table
Mm.
for the clients for sure, but you're leaving a lot of dollars that you could be taking, all the firm owners could be taking home. They could be doing and achieving those big dollars, make the millions. You don't have to be a big partner in Pricewaterhouse or Pete Marwick to make the multi-million dollar checks. You
Mm-hmm.
can do it in your boutique firms, but you need to get in, open your eyes, yeah, and get into the program. And this 8 weeks will change your life forever. And I would recommend, highly, highly, highly recommend. And I'm saying this not because I was asked to say it, but I'm saying it because I feel like because that's the changes I found in
Mm-hmm.
in my practice, thanks to you. And and that's what I abundant accountant brought to me, got to
Mm.
me, and I want to share it with everybody out there, my colleagues, my peers, that hey, do it. No questions asked.
Yeah, the art of enrollment is something everyone should learn and any firm owner it's capable of. And I'm just curious, Amit, if you would say anything else to your younger Amit a couple years ago, to the Amit that was a traditional CPA firm that left thousands of dollars on the table.
Well, let me put it this way, Michelle. I wish I'd met you when I started my practice.
Mm,
I would have been there always. And like I already told you a few times, I'm not leaving your program even I've done the 8 weeks.
yeah.
I am going to be there. You basically, let's put it this way: we are married to you, to this program. We are married, and we are
Mhm.
going to go there all the way. And I would like to wish success to you and the program, and to all the people that are coming after me. To that, tell them that anything is possible after you take the program.
Yeah, it is. And I'm glad I'm able to be by your side and watch you through this transformation. And I'm looking forward to what's next for you on Mars and what kind of, I guess, rocket you're going to take because I don't think your yacht will get you there.
Now, I'm going to, from Mars, I need to go to Pluto. So I will continue. That's why I'm going to stick with you through and through from all the way because I need to know and I need to learn from my others, the younger generation that is coming in. A lot of other people out there that I could name that are in the program that I'm learning from. I'm learning from you, and you're the guiding light, like I said at the outset. You're the lighthouse.
The lighthouse. Thank you.
You've guided me in here, and I know you're going to guide me all the way through and through to the very end.
Awesome. Well, thank you, Amit, so much for taking out the time to share your story with others who might have been listening to the Abundant Accountant podcast since when I started it in 2018. And this might have given them the courage to make that change, even if they're skeptical too. So, thank you for taking out the time. It's been an honor. And I just want to say thanks for carving out the 30 minutes from a very busy schedule that you have.
And no problem, Michelle. I really thank you, and you're welcome. And once again, thanks for this program, putting it together because there are millions coaches. You can spend millions of dollars.
Yep.
And I'm frankly, I'm part of another coaching program. And to be honest, after day one, I've not attended it, but I
Well,
come to yours every time.
Otherwise, you're going to get an email asking where you're at. So, yeah. Well, thank you, Amit, again. It's been an honor, and I appreciate you taking out this time.
Hey, thank you, Michelle.
Thank you all for joining Amit and I on another amazing episode here at the Abundant Accountant Podcast. It's always an honor to hear from our clients and have them share their stories. And I'm so proud of him to go from Earth to going to Mars, and now he's off to Pluto. And if you want to take your firm to Pluto and you're skeptical, you've tried other programs, you've worked with other coaches, it just hasn't panned out the way you've wanted it, let me know. We're here to talk, because sometimes transformation is not only an act of courage, but requires more than just more information. And if you're dreading busy season every year and you're not seeing your family for months on end, or maybe you're currently worrying about your health, feeling exhausted, anxious, depressed, and stressed all of the time, and you have no idea how to reduce your working hours without losing revenue and profit, head on over to theabundantcall.com and book a call. The same call that Amit had, the same call that any of our clients have had, so we can dive deep into what's not working in your firm. Because I have good news for you. None of those things that you might be feeling right now are actually the real problem. The real problem is that you just don't have a system for working with ideal clients, maximizing revenue, and gaining back your freedom. Our system here at the Abundant Accountant that Amit talked about today, it will allow you to gain back your freedom. It will allow you to grow your firm and enjoy your work and family without working long hours, without stressful tax seasons, and without ever having to hound clients for paperwork or money, even if you feel like everything depends on you right now and falls on your shoulders. And this is the same system. I've shown hundreds of other firm owners just like you who have used it to create the firm of their dreams that they've always wanted to have. If you want me to show you exactly how Amit's done this and many others, go to theabundantcall.com and book your call with me and my team. We look forward to speaking to you, and we'll see you in the next episode.